Okay, I'm talking about this one lady who had a good background. She was brought up in a very good household, and who was a daughter to a businessman, had a good schooling. She was a ranker, topper, in her schooling. She was achieving everything. And her mom was a homemaker, but her mom always was on the spiritual side. So she was more of traveling with her guru and all of that. So this lady got her responsibility at the age of 12. She took care of her father, her brother, household, and everything. And once she stepped into college, she thought, okay, it's time to chill, and she'll see the other side of the world, and flunked her foundation. And but with this failing in foundation course, led to her not choosing the commercial art course that she wanted to be in, because she always had interest in drawing and painting. She couldn't do it because she flunked, and this led her, took her to a great depression. For almost 3 to 4 months, she was walking back home with a lot of sorrow and tears, in rains and shine everywhere. She was totally depressed. And then one day she realized, okay, that she will take up a part-time course that involved in screen printing and some designing work. And since she was doing a part-time course, she thought, why waste her time going back home? And she took up a part-time job. And in the year around 1983-84, she was earning around 500 a month. And back then it was a big money, and she did not as such use that 500 rupees for something productive, but she used it mostly for the cabs, because they were a well-to-do family. And since she started doing her work in part-time jobs, she also had the interest in designing. So she started a bag firm with one of her friends called Mona in 1984. So she already started feeling independent, like an 18-year-old. In foreign countries, that's how it happens, right? So most of them start earning at a very young age to get independent and stand on their own feet. So she had a slogan as "Earn a bit, learn a bit, do it just for the fun of it." So she just started for the fun of designing bags and all of that, and she started doing it only on Sundays. Okay, and over a period of time, the sales grew, and she started with 2 people. And once the sales started growing, she by then changed her firm. Wherever she was doing a part-time job, she changed that, and she asked the owner if she could display her bags for people to buy. And over a period of time, she met Manjo, who's now her husband. This person actually helped her to put her stalls, or put her exhibition, put her products into exhibition. And by this year, that's around 1987, she was making around 300 pieces. From 1984 to 1987, around 3 years, she increased her business at around 300 pieces were getting sold. And she was mostly into canvas kind of bags. All her styles were on canvas, and slowly she moved to silicone leather. She didn't want to use animal leather because she didn't find it good. So they're all a vegan brand. And her dad's business started to fall down, and she's now started also becoming the bread earner for her household, because her mom was still not around and she had to take care of everything. And over a period of time, the turnover changed from 300 pieces now to 30 lakhs in 1989. So in the span of 5 years, from nowhere to she came to 30 lakhs as a turnover. And they started expanding their lines in different areas. But the one thing that she did not give up on was interest in her designing, particularly, taking special interest in designing the bags all by herself. And she also worked on having her very first outlet, because until then she was displaying her bags only in a few stores. She did not sell her name. She knew, even if she had sold her bags for a different name, she would make larger volume. But her intention was not to have money. It was basically, she was doing it for her passion of designing. And her way of building business was a very unorthodox. Like, they did not have a plan, they did not have a key performance indicator that she wanted to, because it was purely out of passion. And around 2006 2007, they had around 50 employees, but 450 job workers, and their turnovers was around 7 crores. So from 1984 to 2007, over these many years, about 20 years, from 0 to 7 crores. Right. And she started her own visibility. I mean, she started her own stores at this time, and the visibility increased. And they're basically based out of Mumbai, India. So the brand is basically from India. And then I mean, her mindset was like, the growth for her, growth means it's a change in mindset and in her strategies. So if someone was saturated in a particular role, if she feels so, she changes them from their role and puts them into another department where they're not even, not even aware of, because over a period of time, you get fresh ideas, right? I mean, that's what we do. That's why we apply for IJPs. Why? Because we want to grow and, get fresh ideas or take growth from somewhere else. So she has a practice of taking all her employees to abroad vacations just to learn, get inspiration out of the designs, not to copy. She does not have a practice of copying any style, but she wants to get inspiration and see how the trend is. And had I been in her company, I would have been happy, because she would, take me to all the abroad trips. But yeah, and currently, they are about 720 plus employees, and they make around 500,000 pieces a year. That is like 5 lakh pieces. And they're into multiple streamlines and accessories like bags, belts, wallets, handbags, purses, and everything. And, she's balanced her business, her family, her health. She loves eating food, but she says that you need to eat the food that you like in the right quantity, not overeating because you like something. So she's maintained everything. She has a daughter now, and after 13 years of her, of her married life, she had a daughter. And obviously, after 13 years, over those 13 years, people would hear so many comments like, you should not have done this. You're not the right person, right kind of woman. You're not taking motherhood as an option. But all of that did not bother her. She stopped. I mean, she did not stop. Her mom encouraged her to do the best, to do what she has a zeal in. And they have also started their interest in sports line, but I haven't seen that anywhere. And so she says, this is Nina Lekhi, and she says that, if you have a zeal for something, don't stop yourself. And she had an option to lead a decent life, a sophisticated life, but she didn't choose to, because when you have a background of a good background of having good wealth and all, people don't want to do something of their own. But she really wanted to make a mark, and for her, the priority was to have an identity of her own, and the zeal of interest, and to pursue in the passion that she had. Anybody wants to guess the name of the brand that I'm talking to? I guess most of the guys, even girls, even guys would own or would want to own one item from them. So I mean, anybody wants to take a guess which brand I'm talking about? It's pretty famous. You'll find it everywhere. You find it even on Myntra, Nykaa, everywhere. Nobody wants to take a guess? Okay, the company is Baggit. So I did not know Baggit was from India and from someone who was of a good background. So I guess we should all support Indian brands more. And so they're India's premium bag brand.